Hello friends, this video covers the topic accounting treatment of realization expenses on dissolution of partnership by Preeti Srivastava, PGT Commerce, KV2, Adampur. After going through this video, you would be able to understand the meaning of realization expenses and you would able to make the accounting treatment of realization expenses under different circumstances. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of realization expenses. Friends, realization expenses refer to those expenses which have been occurred in the process of doing realization of assets and liabilities during the time of dissolution of partnership firm. Means these expenses occurred at the time of dissolution for the process of realization of assets and liabilities. Now let's understand the accounting treatment of realization expenses. For this, friends, I'm going to introduce you a 2 plus 2 game theory because for this accounting treatment, we actually need to find out the replies of these two queries only, and there may be only two responses in these two queries. So first query is this realization expenses is to be borne by whom? Either it would be borne by the firm or it would be borne by the partner. So if it would be borne by the firm, we need to debit realization account, and if it would be borne by any partner, we need to debit that partner's capital or current account. Now the second query would be this realization expenses would be paid by whom? If it would be paid by in the firm, then we need to credit the firm's bank account. In the books of the firm, bank account would be credited, and if would be paid by any partner, then we need to credit that partner's capital or current account in the books of the firm. Only these two queries may help us to make accounting treatment of this realization expenses. Now let's take some examples to enhance your understanding. So the first case is expenses of realization rupees 8,000. Now we would try to get the responses of our two queries. First query is these expenses was to be borne by whom? Since it is not mentioned that it was to be borne by partner, we have to assume that it was to be borne by firm. So we would debit realization account. And in the response of second query that it is to be paid by whom? So it is also not mentioned that it has been paid by the partner, means the firm has paid these expenses. So we need to credit bank account. Since we get this journal entry, realization account debit to bank account being realization expenses paid. Second case may be expenses of realization rupees 10,000 were paid by a partner. Here it has been mentioned that it has been paid by the partner, but borne by whom it is not mentioned here. So we have to assume that borne by firm but paid by partner. So first query, for first query we got the answer that it has been borne by firm, so we need to debit realization account, and since it has been mentioned in the case that it has been paid by partner, so we need to credit partner's capital or current account. So friends, please cross the other responses, that is borne by partner's capital or current account would be crossed and paid by bank account would be crossed, and we would get the journal entry, realization account debit, partner's capital or current account credit, being realization expenses paid by a partner. Next case, realization expenses of rupees 12,000 were to be met by Tushar, a partner, but were paid by the firm. Means for first query we would get the answer that it was borne by the partner, that is Tushar. So we have to debit that partner's capital or current account, and paid by the firm is also mentioned. So we need to credit bank account, and partner's capital account or current account would be crossed. So we would get journal entries that Tushar's capital or current account debit by 12,000 to bank account, being realization expenses were to be met by Tushar but paid by firm. Next case, Vijay, a partner, paid realization expenses of 10,000 rupees, and these were to be borne by him. Means you can see here that firm's column is crossed, means it is not borne by firm as well as not paid by firm. Means we have to debit partner's capital or current account and credit also partner's capital or current account. Since this is not possible that same account is debited as credited, so we could not pass any journal entry. So no journal entry would be passed in this case in the books of the firm, because there is no involvement of the firm also. So the firm cannot pass any entry for this transaction in its books. The next case, if realization expenses amounting to rupees 15,000 were paid by the firm and 10,000 rupees were to be borne by a partner and the balance by the firm. In this case, we find that in this table, for first query, it is borne by firm also up to 5,000. So we need to debit realization account by 5,000, and partner's capital or current account will also be debited by 10,000 because it is borne by the partner also by 10,000. So both these accounts would be debited with different amounts. And for second query, it has been paid by firm. The whole amount has been paid by the firm. So bank account would be debited by the whole amount 15,000, and partner's capital or current account would be crossed. Means we need to pass entry as realization account debit 5,000, partner's capital account debit 10,000 to bank account 15,000, being realization expenses 5,000 were to be borne by firm and 10,000 by a partner but totally paid by. Now the next case, Suresh, a partner, was paid remuneration of rupees 10,000 and he was to meet all expenses. Here this information is about the payment of remuneration, and the realization expenses was to be met by the partner and also paid by the partner. Means in the case of realization expenses, the firm is not involved. So in the books of firm, there is no entry for realization expenses. The only entry will be passed for the payment of remuneration to the partner, that is realization account debit to partner's capital account, that is Suresh capital account, being remuneration paid to the partner or allowed to the partner. Next case, Viru, a partner, was paid remuneration of rupees 15,000 and he was to meet all expenses. Actual expenses were amounted to 20,000 rupees, which were paid by firm. In this case, we need to make treatment for two transactions, that one was payment of remuneration and the other was payment of realization expenses also, which is mentioned that it was paid by firm. So first entry for payment of remuneration, realization account debit to partners capital account, that is Viru's capital account, 15,000. And second entry for realization expenses, we have the responses first query bond by the partner. So we need to debit partner's capital account by 20,000 and it was paid by the firm. So we need to credit bank account by 20,000. Now we have two entries. So if we combine these two entries, we get the entry realization account debit 15,000, Viru's capital account debit 5,000. See, in the second entry, that partner's capital account is debited by 20,000 and in the first entry it was credited by 15,000. Since the amount of debit was greater, so we have debited his account, the partner's capital account, by the excess amount, that is 5,000, and to bank account 20,000, being remuneration to partner and realization expenses which were to be met by Viru, also paid by firm. Now next case, Gauri, a partner, was allowed a remuneration of 25,000 and she was to meet all expenses. Firm paid an expense of 5,000. So first entry for remuneration will be realization account debit 25,000 to Gauri's capital account 25,000, being remuneration paid for realization. And for the realization expenses, first query was bond by the partner because he has been paid remuneration for it. So bond by partner, we need to debit partner's capital account, that is Gauri's capital account, debit by 5,000 and paid by firm 5,000 rupees. So credit will be bank account by 5,000. And if we combine this entry, we get realization account debit 25,000 to Gauri's capital account by 20,000 because in first entry Gauri's capital account was credit by 25,000 and in second entry it was debit by 5,000. Since the credit was greater, so we have credited by the excess amount, that is 20,000, and to bank account firm 5,000 which was paid by the firm, being remuneration of rupees 25,000 to partner and realization expenses 5,000 which were to be met by Gauri, also paid by. So now in a nutshell we could summarize it as first case may be bond by firm and paid by firm. Then we have to pass entry as realization account debit to bank account. Second case may be bond by firm and paid by firm. Then realization account would be debited into partner's capital or current account. Third case may be bond by partner and paid by firm. Then partner's capital or current account would be debited to bank account. Fourth case may be bond by partner and paid by partner. So since there is no involvement of the firm, so in the books of the firm, no entry would be passed. And the last case may be if a fixed amount is paid by firm to partner as remuneration to carry out dissolution of the firm, then realization account would be debited and partner's capital account would be credited, being remuneration allowed to the partner. Now I hope you all may be able to pass journal entry for realization expenses under different circumstances. Thank you.